Assalamu alaikum, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to your podcast, The Gangsters Paradise. And here we have an important guest who is student at Anta Diop University, I think.
Yeah, of course.
And we are about to discuss an important topic, which is education. So, how are you?
I'm fine, and you, Mr. Njaga?
So, would you like to introduce yourself to people?
Yeah, that's my pleasure. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is a very, very big pleasure and honor to be here in front of you and to be part of this marvelous podcast, which is Gangsters Paradise. I'm a student at Anta Diop University, as he said rightly, and I'm also proud to be a student there. And I'm from Chess City. Bear in mind.
Well, thank you. So, what we are going to discuss is that we behold that in these years, education is lagging behind. I mean, the sector of education is lagging behind in our country.
Yeah.
And what do you think that is the cause of that phenomenon?
Yeah, of course. Education is something important. As Nelson Mandela used to say, education is the first need of the brain. But nowadays, we're seeing it lagging behind. Students are dropping out of school, or they are not going there as they used to be. It is no longer an obligation as it was in the past. To me, it is because parents are, or it is the internationalization of and also due to the social networks, because it's having some very, very, very drawbacks in our societies.
And I think also in the social condition is also one of the causes of that phenomenon.
Of course.
Children they are no longer taken care by their parents.
Of course.
And it is something that is very dangerous in our community, because when a children is not put in a situation in which he or she will be comfortable, it will cause a lot of damage in his psyche and in his also environment. So that whenever that kid go to school, he will have a lot of trouble in his education, and this is absolutely bad for our educational system.
Yeah, of course. As some saying goes, like, and good health in a good environment are the most important for each one. And in every situation, like a student, if he is not calm at home, if he don't have a calm situation in his living, he can't go and be concentrated at school. And school need concentration, school need focus. So to focus there, you have to have your mind only in that. But if you have other problems at home or outside with friends or something like that, social problems, you're gonna have a very, very big problem to be concentrated. I heard one of my friend teachers saying that he sometimes attend his class, but what he noticed is the most of his students, they are in their class physically, but morally they were not there.
All right.
Because of
Absolutely.
the problems. Yeah, even they're young, but they are feeling it.
All right, they reach some responsibility in which they suffer in order to endorse it.
Yeah,
they're in great trouble whenever they go to school. Instead of focusing on their classes, they focus on the problem or the issue that their parents had before he comes.
Yeah, and for that, I think it's the parents who should protect children, because protecting them from these social problems is also protecting their future. Because every children's future is like a country's future, because we don't know who,
Absolutely,
as children, who is going to be the leader of tomorrow, who is going to help his country the more. But if we help all the children and we treat them all as our children, as our hope for a better living in a nation, we can help them, and helping them is helping us and creating a better future for our country.
I think also there are some families who are like dream breaker, right? They break your dream. Whenever a child has a dream to become someone who is known in this country, they told him it's too early for you to work for that, to fight for that. And it is unlike those who are at USA. Whenever they're born, they're trained to be someone in this near future. And this is so important in our community. And I think we cannot expect to have good education as long as we still wedded to our old culture. I think this is our culture. In our culture, we children are not allowed to take some responsibility, to have also big dreams, right?
And also about dreams, it is something important. You know this. So because a dream is something important in everyone's life. If you have a dream, people should help you. It is an obligation. They must help you to carry that dream. Because like in Senegal, what we see is you have the dream to become this, but at school, what you're going to go there, teachers not going to teach you how to protect your dream, how to carry your dream, but they just going to teach you the lessons they are about to teach you.
By the way, we need also training teacher, a program, because there are students who quit school early because of their teacher. And this is something that the government also have to pay attention about, because teachers are very important in our educational system. They play a major role in our educational system, because whenever a child leave his parents and go to school, the only person that he's going to listen is his teacher, of course. But if his teacher is not knowledgeable enough to take care of him, it will cause a lot of damage in his psychology.
Of course, as I said, I used to hear a song going like that. He was saying, the older I get, the older I see. My parents aren't heroes; they just like me. But you know, in our childhood, what we always thinking is teachers are heroes, because all the knowledge they have, all the information they giving us when we were a child, when we were listening to some things every day at class, we're gonna hear something new. We consider them like not just a simple person, because we were not thinking that we were able to do that. But they should be heroes, because it was up to them to show us that what they have done, or what they have in mind, what they are giving us as information, we can do it too. What they were doing at that time, we can do it, because once they were in our place, they were student too, they were child, and they didn't have anything of that knowledge that they are giving today. It's the way that to help to a children to believe in something, to believe that I start from zero to hero.
All right, absolutely. This is very important. And also, what do you think that the government, what do you think that the government should do in order to ameliorate our educational system?
As you say, a training for the teachers, because the pedagogical tools are very important for education. And after that, if they have all of those tools needed to deliver the education as smoothly as it could be, also they're gonna help teachers to make them in good conditions, like about financial problems, because a teacher who have financial problems at home, he cannot come at school and be and give his lessons rightly, because he's thinking about his family, about how they are going
his financial
of course
situation.
But if they help them for that, because a teacher is the most important, or should be the most important in a country, because the president, if he is today a president, is thanks to a teacher. If the like the military at the army is today a lieutenant or something like that, it is not just only thanks to his parents, or because we all know that the upbringing is so important. But the teacher also was so important, because all the knowledge you have, all the information you got to all the diplomas you get to get those kind of jobs or to have those kind of past, it's thanks to them. It's them who was at class with you 12 hours sometimes.
And also teachers are most of the time in front of the children who have different background, different upbringing. Therefore, they have to pay attention and trying to know which way to educate the children. And their responsibility, I think, is not educate. Is not teaching lessons, right? But it is educating.
Of course.
I think, and educating is the most important tools that they have to use in order to ameliorate that educational system.
Yeah, of course. And I think if the government help teachers about the the financial problems, and also schools, to make schools in a very good situation. Like if you're learning in a school where tables are not good, chairs are not good, or we seeing like in nowadays some school that even the teacher don't have a chair. So that's abnormal. How in 2015 a school can have, or a country can have schools where it needs some tables or all the needed tools are not there.
And we see that some remote areas, there are a lack of schools there. Children are learning in a case with their teachers. Sometimes there are some snakes that rolling in front of the teacher, or some animals that are so savage, and we have to know that this is so important in our country. If we do not pay attention about our infrastructure, because infrastructure is important in educational system, because if you want to have a good education, is it possible for a country to have no infrastructure? Where are you going to bring your children to learn? If children go to school and don't have tables or bench, where are they going to sit? And also, I think we have to modernize, or parents also have to modernize the upbringing that they give to their children. Because the book you gave to me, Margaret Whitley, he said that we live in an environment in which we give Einstein right when he said that no problem can be solved from the same level of thinking that created. And this is something we have to understand and pay attention about, because if we still wedded to our old culture, we will not be able to change. Like the Chinese, they have evolution in their educational system. Children, not only do they go to school, learn, but they go to school in order to be educated. And the Japanese people the same. And we here in Senegal, we still wedded to our old culture, to our old way of educating. And this is something that we have to underline also.
Sometimes it seems like modernization should not be only about like social medias or like in technologies. It should be also about the mindings, about what we used to do, like the habitual things in the society. Because if things, all the tools now are modernized, let's modernize our mind to be in pair with all we are having in our daily life.
All right.
If we do that, we can know how to educate our childrens, educating them through the practices of of the social medias, to educating them through the practices of social, no, how can I say, the tools we're using in social media, like our cell phones. Because if you educate your children rightly, he will know what to
educate them, teaching them the way to use technology.
Yeah, because if we use it in the right way, it's gonna help.
All right.
Of course, if we use it in the right way, it's gonna help a lot. But if we don't, it's gonna also hurt. Because using something it is like what a wise man was saying. He said to the child, "I can learn you how to use a gun, a weapon. I can learn you. I can teach you how to use it. But it's up to you to know where and when to choose it."
All right, absolutely.
So if we teach to the children how to use the social medias, they will know where to use it and how to use it too. Because if I say where to use it, some are using these technologies to cheat.
All right.
Some are using it to do some very, very, very bad things, in the social medias, like insulting,
or tarnishing the name of some people,
tarnishing
right?
the name of some people. Like the Prime Minister today was saying, they said that they're gonna have any tolerance about that kind of practices, because it is not good, and we all know it. All the mankind know that those practices are not good.
Right. And I heard one say it, I forget his name. He said that small mind attack people, but great minds attack ideas. I mean that in this country, if children or people are not taught to think, are not educated, or are not restrained in a way in which they will be in a situation of thinking, they will in this near future, you will have a country, or you will have people who have the only interest. You have people who are going to interested in something that is unmeaningful, right? And this is something that is very dangerous for a country.
And unfortunately here in our society, we are most of the time we are interested in nonsense things. We are spending all our time in checking nonsense things, and sometimes it seems like those people who are doing those bad things in the social medias, we love them the most instead of loving those who are giving us information, or those who are teaching us how to be good in our life. Because if you go in social media, you're gonna see those guys who are doing motivational speeches, those guys who are teaching how to be a good investigator, how to be a good entrepreneur, or how to be a good student. Because I heard someone saying that the only agenda of a student should be learning, training, praying. So absolutely. I've learned that from social medias. But if you go in those kind of medias, you don't see many followers, you don't see many likes there, because it seems like what they are doing is the opposite of what the bad ones are doing. And that's abnormal.
And also, we're going to shift the debate to at university, education at university. So, what do you think that after the baccalaureate, students should do? They go to school, or go at university, or go and have some training?
Yeah, to me, like many people say that if like nowadays they're saying that if you have your baccalaureate exam, you don't have enough time now, or you're not forced to go to university. But it's to me it's up to each and everyone to see what he or she is going to do. Because if your dreams, it depends also on dreams. If your dreams your dream is to do something that if you want to do it, you have to go at university, go and learn.
All right.
Follow your dream and go to learn.
So
I think the time is going. This topic is gonna be nice for next time.
All right, we gonna widen it
Sure.
more next time. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your attention. And this was our pleasure. And we incite you to subscribe to our channel, Land of Wisdom. And this is Jaga Chow.